My name is Jason Keller. I'm Vice President of Government Affairs for Spectrum, and we're so glad you joined us because today is a celebration. For far too long, thousands of Lexington residents outside of the urban services boundary have had no access to high-speed internet. And that includes where we are here today. And I want to thank the Jimtown Baptist Church for having us. We appreciate your hospitality in having us here. But today is a celebration because high-speed internet is finally becoming a reality for this area. And soon, fast, reliable internet will be available to every home and business in Fayette County. Our company is proud to partner with Lexington and the State Broadband Office on this public-private partnership that will fully connect this community. And there are so many people to thank and recognize who have helped make this announcement possible, and I will get to you, I promise. But before we do that, I'd like to ask Ben Ucelis, our Director of Government Affairs at Spectrum, and the guy who works night and day to help us bring these public-private partnerships to fruition, to come up and talk a little bit about the project itself. Ben?
Thank you, Jason. I'm going to try to talk about the project. We probably should have had the guy that was up in that bucket truck right over there. He might have come down now, but I do get the pleasure of working on a lot of these projects, but there's a whole team of people climbing poles and laying fiber that make these a reality. Like Jason said, thank you all so much for being here, and thank you to our friends at the city, Mayor Gordon, all our members from the council, Liz Rogers, the CIO. It's been such an incredible partnership with the city to make this a reality. This project, a collection of projects, is going to bring fiber broadband internet to over 1,800 homes across the Lexington area. These are homes that previously did not have access to the ultra-fast, high-speed broadband that we have throughout the rest of the city and other parts of the state. I'm very happy to say that every single one of those homes will have this service deployed to their house if they want it. This is not running down the road and then you have to pay extra to get it down your driveway. Our goal is to connect every single one of those homes and have them treated the same way as everyone else is on our network. Same access to the same speeds and services, video service, phone service, mobile, and especially that high-speed broadband. So we are very excited about this. As I mentioned, this is a collection of actually 3 different projects, all using major investments from charter, some state and federal funding, and contributions from the city as well. So it's been a true partnership, and we're very excited. Now, this is a major infrastructure project. There's lots of construction, lots of design that has to go into this. So it's a process. It does take some time. I'm happy to say that this project is well underway, and we're working our way through a 3-phase build-out project across the city. Phase 1 is what we call walkout and design. We literally go and walk every road and look at every street, every driveway, every home, every ditch, creek, railroad, and especially every utility pole to put together a grand design of our project. That project design is then taken into phase 2. We take a lot of that information and we submit it to the pole owners, primarily the utility companies in the city. So every single one of the poles that you see is primarily owned by the utility companies. We don't own many poles, but we do pay to rent space on those poles so we can put our fiber on and connect folks. So there's a whole process involved where we have to seek permission to be on the poles. There's work that the utility partners have to do to get the poles ready. They might have to replace the poles. We pay them for it. They do the work. It's a whole process. And that's a really key phase in any broadband construction project. That will determine how quickly we can get to phase 3, which is the fun part, which is stringing up fiber and connecting homes. So I'm happy to say that this project is moving through those 3 phases. As Jason mentioned, we've got some work going on right here. This area, they flipped a switch today that technically activates this area, and then within the next month, we'll be able to get folks signed up and get service to those homes. And we'll continue that process across the city to get more and more folks connected to that high-speed broadband. So again, thank you all so much for being here today. Thank you to our partners at the city. It's been a true partnership to make this a reality. Thanks.
Thank you, Ben. When Mayor Gorton ran for office, she committed to advancing agricultural innovation and supporting the next generation of farmers in this community. She also committed to ensuring advanced infrastructure was available throughout Lexington and that our rural hamlets, which are such a rich part of our history, are preserved. In helping bring broadband access to every corner of Fayette County, Mayor Gorton is certainly living up to those promises. Back in 2018, the Lexington Herald Leader wrote that she was involved in almost every major advance made by Lexington's government in the 21st century. And well, as we stand here today, I can attest that the more things change, the more they stay the same. And as a Lexingtonian myself, I, for one, am proud to say that Linda Gorton is my mayor, and I hope you'll join me in welcoming her to say a few words.
Thank you so much, Jason. This is exciting. First, I want to acknowledge Pastor John Mitchell and First Lady Janet, right back there, for having us at Jimtown Baptist Church. Thank you very much, and I know you've done a lot to promote this. Yeah, thank you. We also have Councilmember James Brown. Where are you? There you are. With us today, and I also want to recognize one of Pastor Mitchell's parishioners who's very special to me, and that is my Commissioner of Social Services, Casey Allen Bryant. This is her church. And of course, you will be hearing from my CIO, Liz Rogers, in just a minute. But we are kind of all in on this. And it is an exciting day. It's an exciting day for all of you who are here. And one that, as Jason and Ben have said, we have been working on for a long time. It is wonderful to be here in Jimtown. One of our wonderful rural hamlets that Councilmember Ploman has been working so hard to raise up and preserve. And we just thank you for that good work. So broadband is an essential tool for all of us, no matter where we live, right? It includes farms that are businesses. It includes families in the rural area. It includes churches in the rural area. And so we see this as no different of a priority than in the urban area. Backed by a series of state grants, our partners at Spectrum have projects underway that will make high-speed internet available to hundreds of households and local businesses that have not had that in Fayette County. The map over here, I hope you'll take a good look at the map. It shows the first areas to come online, and one of these areas includes Jimtown, and that's why we're here today. Woohoo is right. This project really began with our city's former Chief Information Officer, Aldona Valicenti, who organized a regional broadband initiative with neighboring counties. And that resulted in awarding the bid to Spectrum for Lexington Fayette County's work. And now our CIO, Liz Rogers, is picking up right where Aldona left off, and the overall goal is to cover all of Fayette County. We are so excited about this goal and the fact that we are moving in that direction, and we will do this. So, Liz, congratulations to you and to everyone at Spectrum. It's a huge step forward for our community. Everyone should have the ability to be connected, and that's what this is all about. So thank you very much. I'm really proud to be part of this. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. We are so proud to partner with you and the city of Lexington on this project. You mentioned Aldona's role in this. God really got this ball rolling, and we're so thankful for her leadership on it, and Liz for picking up where she left off and carrying this through. So a major part of this partnership and this work has also been the work of the City Council. And I also want to recognize my friend, Councilmember James Brown. Thank you for being here. But there is one member of council in particular who I'd like to recognize. Kathy Ploman has consistently and steadfastly advocated to bring internet access to her constituents here in the 12th District. And I remember some of our conversations going back to 2016 and 2017, and she was extremely concerned that families and businesses in her district would not have access to the educational and economic benefits of a broadband connection. And it has obviously taken some time to get to where we are today, and it will take a little bit more time, as been indicated, to make sure that we finish this major construction project across the county. But we would not be here today without Kathy Ploman's work and leadership on this issue. And I'd like to ask her to come up here and say a few words.
Good afternoon, everybody. I've been in office 8 years now, representing the 12th districts, and one of the top issues over these past 8 years has been broadband access in the rural Fayette County. I have an electric e-file that I put every email in that we received over these years. And Meg Cranfield, oh my gosh, she shows up. I have more from you than I think anybody else, but thank God we're here. Yeah. I know, you're not going to get out of here without being recognized. So it really it is and was a big challenge, and so we're so excited about today. But you know, one of the things that bothered me most was during COVID, because here you had these women and men at home trying to work, and their children trying to go to their classes via the internet, and it was really frustrating for them. Can you imagine? I know what I'm like when I can't access my computer. So can you imagine what it was like for them during those couple years? So I think that said, especially to our federal government, this is way important. And so monies were earmarked on a federal level that were distributed to the state for allocation to places like Lexington, Kentucky. And without that, we wouldn't be here. The city could not do this on our own. It's very, very expensive. It's very, very complex. And so now we're moving on it. I told you that. So we're here today because the build out has started, and it's going to. I think Jimtown's going to be the last. This is the last week before. Yeah, it's done.
We're close.
Okay, so we're here to celebrate the installation that's going to be done. It really has a historical significance today for our city. And what I like especially, and you alluded to it, is that we're holding this, and this has happened in Jimtown, because Jimtown has such a rich history, being one of our historical hamlets. And I see folks out here that I got to meet at an outreach meeting we had about a month or so ago. And thank you for being here, and I'm so glad it's happening for you all. And lead the way. And again, it's just a very, very celebratory day. Thank you, Commissioner. Thank you, Spectrum. Thank you, thanks all of you, and Mayor, thank you for being with us. But most of all, to my constituents in the 12th District, for your patience. It now is here. So, congratulations to all of us.
Thank you, Councilmember Ploman. I know I speak for many in this community in saying that we will miss you on the council. But I'm grateful for your leadership and friendship. We're marking a major milestone today by finishing this first phase of construction, and we have many more milestones to cross. But rest assured, our team at Spectrum is working diligently to deploy internet access as fast as possible, and we look forward to making more announcements like these in the coming months. I want to thank you again for being here today for this celebration. Our team's going to be sticking around to take some questions from anybody who has it. But thank you all again. We appreciate it.